Welcome back to our channel. Today we're taking a look at the final resting places of some of the world's most iconic celebrities. From intricately designed headstones to simple yet powerful memorials, each tells a story of a life that once shone brightly. Join us as we present the remarkable tombstones that continue to captivate and inspire fans around the globe.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Merve Griffin. In addition to acting, hosting, and appearing on his own talk show, Merve Griffin brought us numerous game shows, including the highly popular Jeopardy! And Wheel of Fortune, shows that are still on television today. After losing a battle to prostate cancer in 2007, he used his tombstone to provide his final sign-off line, reading, "I will not be right back after this message."
I forgot that you're a woman. How could I?
Jackie Gleason, appearing in films like The Hustler and Smokey and the Bandit, as well as the long-running television series The Honeymooners, actor and comedian Jackie Gleason had many catchphrases throughout the years. In between the lines like, "How sweet it is," and others, Gleason used one fitting line in particular for his tombstone epitaph, "And away we go."
Good Day is Boston's longest-running daily
Jack
live
Lemmon.
variety show.
Seeing his name on the marquee after appearing in notable titles like Some Like It Hot and The Odd Couple, actor and musician Jack Lemmon continued the trend after his June 27, 2001 death. Lemmon used his tombstone as a marquee, both poking fun at his many roles and also to provide a bit of humor to describe what lies below. Skipping all the sentiment and dates, Lemmon's tombstone reads simply, "Jack Lemmon in..."
That was the finish of my second act.
Have you a third act, Chief?
Oh, yes,
Ed
Ray.
Wynn. Whoever designed Ed Wynn's tombstone clearly understood his humor. Wynn was a comedian and actor, known best for his perfect fool character, and later in his life as a more serious actor. In 1966, he died from throat cancer and was buried at Forest Lawn Memorial in Glendale, California. On his tomb reads a hand-signed message from Wynn to God that just says, "Thanks." Laurel and Hardy. Partners in comedy during their lives, the actor-comedian pair of Stan Laurel and Oliver Hardy, known as simply Laurel and Hardy, continued that bond in death. The first of the two to pass, Oliver Hardy's tombstone notes, "A genius of comedy, his talent brought joy and laughter to the world." Laurel's tombstone echoed the statements in other words, stating, "A master of comedy, his genius in the art of humor brought gladness to the world he loved."
The story I keep telling, but it's so true, because somebody would ask me, says, "Tell me, is it..."
Billy Wilder, working for over 50 years from the 1930s to the 1990s, Billy Wilder served as a screenwriter, director, and producer of over 60 films. While he won acclaim and numerous awards for his films like The Lost Weekend, Sunset Boulevard, The 7-Year Itch, and Some Like It Hot, Wilder was humble as well. His tombstone, placed after his 2002 death, explains just that, stating, "I'm a writer, but then nobody's perfect."
Easy to have it go to your head. Go Hollywood is what they say about certain people.
Bette Davis. Bette Davis was an unforgettable actress. She starred in a slew of popular Hollywood films and became one of America's most celebrated leading ladies in the 1940s, but not without a fight. She famously fought against the studios who were pushing her into constraining contracts. When she died of breast cancer in 1989, her friend director Joe Mankiewicz suggested the inscription on her tomb reflect her fight to give actresses more say in their roles. Rodney Dangerfield. Making his fans laugh, as he did for decades, actor and comedian Rodney Dangerfield got his last laugh on his tombstone, which reads, "Rodney Dangerfield, there goes the neighborhood."
Boy, that's the story of my life. No respect. No respect.
The crack was similar to Dangerfield's type of comedy, which made him famous, coined the phrase "I don't get no respect," and put him in 1980s films such as Caddyshack and Back to School.
But land, you own a popcorn farm.
John Wayne in True Blood.
John Wayne. Following his death on June 11, 1979, The grave of American film icon John Wayne sat unmarked for nearly 20 years. The actor initially requested his tombstone to read Feo, fuerte y formal, meaning ugly, strong, and dignified, according to his son. Despite the request, his estate later chose to inscribe the stone with a memorable quote Wayne gave in a 1971 interview with Playboy magazine. The quote and his tombstone read, "Tomorrow is the most important thing in life. Comes into us at midnight very clean. It's perfect when it arrives, and it puts itself in our hands. It hopes we've learned something from yesterday."
Would you welcome, please, Mel Blanc? Yeah.
Mel Blanc. While his name may not be a household one, his voice certainly is, leading to the nickname of Man of 1,000 Voices for voice actor Mel Blanc. Heard in homes to this day, Blanc was the man behind the character voices of the likes of Bugs Bunny, Porky Pig, Daffy Duck, Tweety Bird, Yosemite Sam, Foghorn Leghorn, and many others. His nickname, along with his most famous line of "That's all, folks," are inscribed on his tombstone after his 1989 death. Robert Frost. As a 4-time Pulitzer Prize winner for poetry, one would expect nothing less than a few words of wisdom on the tombstone of poet and playwright Robert Frost. Instead of selecting one of Frost's more notable quotes, his tombstone, which he shares with his wife and other family members, states simply, "I had a lover's quarrel with the world," a quote from one of his poems.
Hi everybody, I'm Buck Owens and welcome to our show.
Buck Owens. Country legend Buck Owens is probably one of the most well-known country musicians of the 20th century. With his trademark guitar riffs and his irreplaceable voice, Owens was truly country royalty. It is no wonder that his mausoleum looks like it was built for the president himself. Owens died in 2006 after he had a heart attack and was buried in Bakersfield, California. Rick James. Rick James was known for his extravagant and over-the-top life, sometimes bordering on self-obsessed. So, it should come as no surprise the singer's tombstone has an image of him engraved on it, playing his guitar. The singer and songwriter died in 2004 and was buried at Forest Lawn Cemetery in Buffalo, New York. Also on his tombstone were lyrics to one of his unreleased songs. Jim Morrison. As one of the most visited attractions in Paris, the gravesite of Jim Morrison, singer for The Doors, is not notable for its epitaph or elegance, but rather its graffiti and other mischief. Morrison's tombstone has been stolen, defaced, and destroyed numerous times, so much so that now it's guarded by security.
The American Music Awards presents Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson. When you reach the level of fame that you are called the king of anything, pretty sure you don't even need your name or a clever saying on your tombstone. That's exactly what happened following the sudden death of King of Pop, Michael Jackson. His remains sit in an unmarked crypt at the famous Forest Lawn Cemetery in California. Though filled with flowers and other gifts from fans, the area is closed off from visitors and protected by security at all times.